Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Bomb Shelter. My name is Red Baron. I'm your tour guide on the road to hell. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. I know the markets are melting down right now. Just have a sit down. Just take it easy. Breathe in a paper bag. It'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. Okay, so all kidding aside, I know you guys wanted me to go ahead and do a live stream tonight, so thank you very much for joining me here for this emergency treehouse meeting tonight. Normally, we would be doing our crypto chat, Monday night crypto chats with Red Bear. Obviously, we have extenuating circumstances, and so ain't nobody interested in having no chats right about now when things are going to hell in a handbasket. So that's what I'm here for. We're going to go ahead and take a look, make sense of this wacky thing that's going on. However, I did warn you. I warned you this was coming. I told you, not only did I warn you, I warned you to the day. So I told you guys this was going to start on the 17th, and this was going to start to really hit the high water mark on the 21st. And lo and behold, the bell is tolling, and it's tolling for thee. So hopefully you took the positions and you did the right things, and you took my advice. Not necessarily advice, but you listened to what I had to say. So at the top of the market here, let's go ahead and take care of a little housekeeping. Let's talk about a few things here. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way, and then we'll get on to taking a look at what's left of the market here. So again, my name is Red Baron. I'm from theunfairadvantage.chat. If you guys want to join us, you can go ahead and do that. It's totally free, and I do give calls, and I do talk about the market on a daily basis. I usually am online about anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day, so if you guys want to get involved in a community that's serious about this stuff, and you don't want to go out making stupid moves, you want to be amongst people that take crypto trading seriously, we have a home for you. I think that you'll be very comfortable in. You can join that at theunfairadvantage.chat. Now, if you guys want to join that, we'll give you an extra incentive for doing so. We're going to be giving away 5,000 VeChain to any member that's in there that is a part of that. We're going to be having a free drawing. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to subscribe to anything. We just want to have you be part of our community. And from amongst those people in our community, on the 1st of next month on a live stream, we're going to be doing a free giveaway to one lucky member for 5,000 VeChain. And given the way the market's losing value right now, you need every scrap of crypto you can get your hands on. So 5,000 VeChain is starting to have a little bit more of a validity to it. So, but in all seriousness, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, and right now it's just a buying opportunity, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to dig amongst the dust, and we're going to look for the diamonds, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So meanwhile, everything I say tonight is not financial advice, not legal advice, not health advice, not advice in any way, shape, or form. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I do what I do. You do what you do. I wear my big boy pants, and hopefully you got a set of your own. So if you go the same direction that I go, hopefully I'll meet you along the road to the way out of this hell that we're in right now. But you are responsible for your own entire decisions that you make, financial, anything else you do in life. So with that understanding, let's go ahead and let's get to the markets. So, of course, obviously, if you guys would like a chance to get involved in what we do here, if you'd like to have our AI-powered charts that we use, our automated powered charts, powered by ISIS, which is our automated intelligence system that we use to predict the future. We call it our digital desktop crystal ball. And our grids are called the Unfair Advantage. So all the people that are members of the group right now, they're feeling pretty good about their subscriptions, aren't you guys? So you knew this was coming. You saw it coming, and we were charting it all the way to the bottom, to the pixel. So as it turns out, I'm given to understand that word of the magic chicken bones, that's our little inside secret, our little inside joke that we call this system is the magic chicken bones. Seems like the religion of the magic chicken bones is starting to spread to other people's telegrams. It's a little surprise. People need something they can believe in. They need a system, not hopium, not wantium, or not 50-50 gambling. We play the statistics. We play the odds. We use science when we do this stuff. We use odds. We use statistics. We use math. We use adult big boy stuff when we make these predictions, and it comes to pass, and it works very, very well, as the guys who subscribe to the charts can attest to. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. If you guys want to subscribe to the charts, obviously, you just go to the main website, which is fibbycharts.com, and you can do a subscription by simply just hitting the subscribe button right here. If you'd like to know what's involved in the packages, all you got to do is click Tell Me More, and you can see the various levels of packages. So we're seeing an awful lot of the guys at the website are telling us we're seeing an awful lot of upgrades. Guys are coming in cheap, kind of getting a little taste of what's going on, and they want a little bit more. want a little bit more, a lot more actually. I think from what I'm understanding, I think there's been something like 25 upgrades today, which does not surprise me. I mean, people want to have as much information as they can get in the middle of the crash. So, but there's certainly nothing wrong with kind of coming in, seeing if this is really the real deal, getting a feel for it. You know, if you want to upgrade, then that's something that's on you. You can go ahead and do that. You can get in as cheap as $24.95 a month, and that's a pittance to pay for cheap insurance and good information. But the guys that get in, generally, that want to kind of get serious right from the drop, they can go ahead and join Gold Package. And these are all the cryptos that I track, and I do this separately from Fibby Charts. This is my own project that I do that meshes with Fibby Charts. It's not, it's my own personal account, it's my own personal charting that's tied in, and it's pulled in, and it's graphed and charted and aggregated on FibbyCharts.com. So you're able to get everything that I do. You can kind of look at my charts and stuff like that. And of course, obviously, you can join us at the unfairadvantage.chat, and you can see all the stuff that we're talking about, and there's no charge for that. However, if you get in on the gold package, there is a gold chat, which I do participate in the gold chat. And I share my stuff with the gold member packages and stuff like that and show them the things that I'm doing. And of course, obviously, if you want to step up to the platinum, you can do the same thing. And there's just a higher level of charting. There's a higher level of offerings. And of course, obviously, we have a little bit more dialed in with a lot more hand-holding, I guess you could kind of say. And of course, obviously, we do have some world-class people that are very, very knowledgeable about crypto, such as Red Bear, who would be on a normal live stream here on our Monday Night Tech Chat. But we're going to preempt that till tomorrow, because of obviously we got things to talk about that are a lot more relevant to crypto space right now than just chatting about it. We need to see what the hell's going on in the market. So let's go ahead and without much ado, let's jump on in and see what's going on. Do I have my mods are in the chat here? I got to open up another chat box here. I mean, things are coming at me so fast. My DMs are just getting pounded to oblivion right now. I woke up to 236 DMs in my box when I got up this morning. Oh my lord. Something must be going on. I always tell when things are going because I get on first thing in the morning. I prop myself up in bed. I grab my tablet. I check my tablet. I can tell how the market's doing by the amount of DMs that are in my chat. I can usually see because people are freaking out. So we're gonna have to start handing out free complimentary paper bags for people to breathe in when I'm not online, because it seems like if I go away for very long, people kind of lose it. All right, so let's go ahead and get in and see what's going on here. So we're working out the platinum group collection. This is all the stuff that's charted and tracked and traced in platinum, of course, obviously. We're going to run through the high ones, so we're not going to go excruciatingly through every single thing. I'm going to share a few thoughts, talk to you a little bit about what I think is going to go on in the market. And everybody kind of likes to hear my opinions, and again, this is only my opinions on what's going on, but we're starting to see some levels in the market where I can start to tell you what I anticipate going on for the next next week or so. Obviously, the bottom cannot be predicted just yet, but I can see it. I can see it. It's over the very narrow horizon. So we're close. Not there yet, but we're getting there. All right. So let's see. Big Daddy Bitcoin. We got anything left in the account? So here you go. This is right from the drop, man. Call after call after call. You're going to see this tonight. So this is a call that went in. How many days ago did that go in? That went in 13 days ago, guys. 2 weeks ago. Darn near 2 weeks ago. Our automated intelligence system, and that's what these lines going left to right and up and down are, as part of our automated intelligence grid system. I'll try to get the trash taken out here so you guys can see what you're looking at. So anyway, the prediction, ISIS, which is our automated intelligence system, and Anubis, which is our long distance prediction program, got together and basically they said we're going to be looking at a level of around 31,600. So I put the marker on here. That's my job, as I'm the head chicken bone manipulator, the tea leaf reader, and the oracle that kind of puts all this stuff out and makes sense of this grid for you guys. And I told you 2 weeks ago, we're going to be hitting a level of Bitcoin, and I boxed it out and showed you. And sure enough, we hit it. Not just a little bit, not kind of, exactly, right into the box. Now, there's more to come here. We're going to discuss that. We're going to take a quick loop through the market because things are moving pretty quick. And I'm going to show you all the hits. I'm going to show you, pretty much what's going on. We're going to go back, and I'm going to circle back, and we're going to make some specific predictions for what's to come here in the next 36 to 48 hours, okay? So there's a call right there. We call that a ping, by the way. It's the sound of a golf club making a perfect strike on a golf ball. So ping is our kind of our little euphemism we use for a perfect hit. So there's your first ping of the evening. Sit tight, folks, because there's going to be a lot of them. All right, so Ethereum is one that we're going to start paying an awful. Ooh, Lord, look at that. It's like a ski slope. So again, there's another hit right there. Channel, perfect. All the way across that line. Now, when you see these lines that go down further, I do have to sleep. Sorry, but it happens once in a while. I'm prone to sleep. I fall asleep once in a while. So when I'm sleeping, usually the market will move a little bit more. Now, this was a call that went in, and I'm not suggesting any of this. This is the bottom. What these calls are for the last couple weeks have been just markers showing you, see? We're going to hit it, and we hit it. And here's another one, and another one, and another one. So these are not suggested to be bottom calls. So if you guys are new to the live stream going, well, we lower than that. Yes, and it's going to go much lower than this. So just hang tight, hang tight. We're going to get there. So these are just calls. These are verification calls to show you, look, we're going to go lower. These calls come in, they go in, and we make them all along the thing. So some of these things can be quite a while, but we hit them over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So, but anyway, we're just kind of just verifying a theory, or not a theory, but basically verifying a belief that we're going lower. And I've been calling this for over 2 months. I've been calling this crash. And I've been showing you the charts and the ways all the way to the bottom. Ping, 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 indeed. Exactly. So now we're breaking out of the channel. So let's go ahead, and I'll just go throw a little TA on this one here, just as long as we're right here. Let's go ahead and visit that and see what's to come for that. So the next move down here is we're going to be like right down here on the edge of this, right here on the edge of this little bar. So probably by the end of this broadcast, we may very well be right in here. But the next move down is just going to be like right in that general area right there. Again, not the bottom, not by any stretch of the imagination. If you want to know where the bottom is, I can give you a little bit closer idea. Now this is always kind of very gratifying. The crap talking that I have taken over the last 2 months from Moon Boys. It ain't so funny now, is it, Junior? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now, Junior? Not so funny, is it? I put these calls into 16. Everybody says, you're out of your mind. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. To the moon. Well, you can take your boots off, Junior, because it ain't happening today. Not today, not tomorrow, not this week. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be laughing even more when it goes even lower than this, because this is not the bottom call. We got much more to go. Much more to go. So anyway, right now we are sitting at 1864. Our next ISIS call is at the 1625 to right about there. I'm not exactly to this, obviously. Right in the 16, right kind of in this general area. Let's just call it 16 to 1625. That's the next, I told you so. But this went in long, long ago. Way when we were clear up here in this I put this marker down here. I mean, that is just the craziest thing to be able to just say. I mean, look at the level of that drop. ISIS predicted a drop of, from where we were there, predicted a 35% drop in Ethereum. Ethereum doesn't do that. But I went ahead and I said, listen, I don't argue. I don't argue. When the AI system says 35, it's up to me to define that, show it to you, put in the call, and lo and behold, we're heading there. Does anybody doubt that we're heading there? What comes after a move like this? Another move. This is a continuation move. We've dropped out of the channel. Best believe, boys and girls, we're going to be there probably in the next 12 hours. 12 to 12. When Asia wakes up, oh Lord, when Asia wakes up, we've talked about this. So you guys that are new to the live stream, you have to understand the concept of what happens in a world market. Asian, there's 10 times more of them than there are of us, and they are. I lived in Asia, so I can say this lovingly. They are degenerate gamblers, and they love money, they love to invest, and they do it well. I mean, I'm not trash talking them, but they dig this stuff. They dig it, and so there's 10 times more of them than there are of us. And so when we get a downtime move, or we get a downward move like this, they wake up and they see this. They're oh, holy shit. And they're going to magnify this. They're going to make it worse. Now, what do I predict to have happen is one of two things. I told Red Bear, one of our mods, I said, here's one of two scenarios. Going to get worse. I don't question that at all. Now, what could happen in scenario A, they could wake up, see all the blood, because we're going to have much more. Asia's going to wake up. Right now, It's roughly about excuse me. It's roughly about 9 o'clock my time right now here, Central Chicagoland time, and they're due to get up here probably the next hour, hour and a half. And when they wake up and they see what's going on, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to be likely making it worse and driving the market down, because again, that fits my broader narrative, because we're not going to, we'll talk about the broader narrative here in a little bit when I circle back around and start speaking specifically. One of two things is going to happen. They're going to buy, because there's the unsophisticated part of that group is going to say, oh, well, this is the bottom. And they're going to buy. They're going to force, so there's 10 times more of them than there are of us. They're going to force the market up in what would be referred to as a dead cat bounce. And so what you're going to get, let's speak specifically on Ethereum. So let's say we get down here tonight. We get down to this level here, which I believe we will, and Asia wakes up. We're going to pick up a dead cat bounce probably to that level right there, or on in and around that area. And then what's going to happen is when the sophisticated group of those people see that, they're going to go, and they're going to take that and they're going to drop it even further. Excuse me. So that's what I anticipate. But in all ways, shapes, and forms of things, down is still the universal direction that I predict. And not to give you too much of a preview on this as far as that goes, but I have come out already weeks, months ago and told you guys that calling Bitcoin 25,000, guys. We ain't there yet. Blood ain't done as far as I'm concerned. 25,000 Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to give you another little taste of what comes after 25,000. 20. So ISIS just revealed something to me here. ISIS is our automated intelligence system that we use. I'm looking at the outside predictors that I use, the stuff that I look at off screen that I don't share publicly. And I'm now seeing a call at 20,000. So if we're going to get in let's call it the low 20s. I'm just going to be vague about that because I don't want to give specific calls and stuff and have you guys make stupid moves. So again, you guys make your own financial decisions. I'm simply here to share what it is I see and give my personal opinion, nothing more, nothing less. And so I'm seeing now levels of 25, levels of 20-ish. And then the grand prize behind door number 3 is $12,000. $12,000 Bitcoin. Now that's still an outlier. Again, I'm not all in on that call. I want you guys to understand that. That one's kind of like the icing on the cake. We haven't had the cake yet, so let's get it straight first. Let's get 25. Let's check the ground. Let's see what's left of the world, and then we'll start talking 20. And then when we start talking 20 and seeing if that feels like a bottom, then maybe that is the bottom. But when we get to 20, I'll decide. I'll let you know, and I'll share my opinion with you. So you guys that are messaging me, is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? I don't know. Nobody knows yet. But I can tell you what's coming next. Simply, I've proved that many, many times. I can tell you what's coming next. Nobody knows. Let me put this on record right now. Nobody knows, except for the powers that be, where the bottom is right now. You can chart it, you can theorize it, you can look at it, you can believe it deep in your heart. But if we're being honest with each other, nobody knows where the bottom is because the powers that be only keep that to themselves. Now, our system can basically reverse engineer what the markets are doing well ahead of time. That's how we're able to hit these amazing calls. So if we're always 1 or 2 steps ahead of them, it's not relevant where the bottom is right now in the discussion. We just want to be there before it happens. And so I'm able to do that with this chart, is be able to show you the signposts on the road to hell. We don't know how long the trip is. We don't know how, where the final destination, what it looks like, but I can show you, when the next signpost, when the next stop is. And that's what we do. So when we hit the bottom and things start smelling and looking and feeling different, I'm going to say, looks pretty good to me. Now, you guys that are subscribers to the, I believe, Platinum and Up group, I am now kind of giving my personal opinion on one, which is Reef. Don't post anything in the chats, please, guys. This is privileged information, so please don't post it in the chats. For the Platinum levels, and it might have been gold too, but for the Platinum levels, I'm already sharing what I think is probably a reasonable buy in as far as I see it, in my opinion, for Reef. Now, Reef, as I will tell you, it's no surprise. I've told you that I believe Reef, according to what we're seeing, is going to be going to $3.36. Where we're currently at right now is a penny and some very modest change. It's going to go lower, guys. It's going to go lower. But I've already gave it a call as to where I think it's time to maybe possibly think about getting the gun out and not quite pulling the trigger, but definitely being ready. So we're already starting to get those calls. So if you guys want to be a subscriber, you do not want to miss these calls. I mean, this is going to be life changing. Not to put too fine a point on it, not to put a sales pitch on it, but I think you all really realize that you don't see this every single day. This is opportunity knocking. So make sure you are well informed. Make sure your powder is dry. Don't buy now. This is not the time to be buying in the middle of chasing knives. Not financial opinion, just basically common sense. You don't buy markets as they're dropping. You buy them when you got good information. So make sure if you want to, head over to the guys at fibbycharts.com, subscribe to their charts, and my stuff is embedded in what they do. And obviously you can copy my homework, so to speak. Do what I do, and hopefully you'll have what I have. So that's as simple as it gets. All right. So as far as this goes, Asia, what we were talking about is Asia's going to probably compound this. So we will know by tomorrow's broadcast. What I think I'm probably going to do, I do want to get the tech chat in with Bear tomorrow. Because he's working super hard, but I probably might do a twofer. I might go ahead and do tech chat with him, maybe at an earlier time because that's not so time sensitive. So Bear, if you're on I see you on the live stream here. Maybe we can do a midday tech chat, and then I'll go ahead and do a standard live stream in the evening. That way everybody gets a little bit of something, because we want to get your content out there for the folks. So I've got a pretty open day tomorrow. I'll go ahead and be happy to do the live stream with you earlier in the day, and we'll go ahead and do the follow-up to tonight's calls and see what's left of the world tomorrow again on another live stream. How's that sound to you? All right, so let's go ahead and get on to the rest of this stuff. Take a look, see what's left here. There's the bell of the ball right there. XRP, guys. XRP. There's another one. So that call, boom, hit it. This call, boom, hit it. I mean, just absolutely perfect. You guys that are not subscribed to the charts, I want to show you the degree of accuracy. Spooky, spooky, spooky accuracy. These calls, that slid. TradingView keeps moving my arrows off the lines. There we go. So it should go from line to line. There we go. I mean, anytime you rescale this stuff, these hand-drawn arrows move around a little bit. So basically, I did a call from that line to that line, which these lines here are part of ISIS. These are not Fibonacci lines. These are our AI lines. But anyway, basically it came down, wicked down, hit that, reversed, came up, hit the next AI lines. So what you'll see with AI lines, which are green, this is actually a Fibonacci line, this green line right here. So the stuff that's building to TradingView, that's what this green line is right here. These gold lines are something, these dotted lines are something that's uniquely specific to our system, part of the unfair advantage. These up and down grid lines, these left-right grid lines, these are all something that you can only get from us at fibbycharts.com and the unfairadvantage.chat. Okay, so as far as XRP goes, where are we going? So I think it should come as no surprise what I'm going to tell you. I am still holding firm to the notion that we're looking at XRP 22 to 25 cents. Now, having said that over and over and over again, you're seeing I'm extremely validated. I've been saying this since $2. Since $2, guys. Think about how monumental of a call that is. When we're hitting recent all-time highs, and here I am standing out in the wilderness screaming, "The sky is falling." Well, what do you think about that now? So we are at 62 cents. So let's do the math on that. We are 2.5 times 250% from that. So in other words, what I'm saying is we are less than, how would I express this in a way that most people can understand? We don't have that far to fall. We have basically about 150% more to get into the zone, to drop. 150% drop is pretty significant, but again, I've made the case that we've come down, and every time I say this with such conviction, but I'm more and more right about it. Why would we come down to 62 cents? What is so special about 62 cents? I was saying this at 70. I was saying this at 80. I was saying this at 85, 90, 95. What is so special about this price? We were at $2. Why are we down here in this neighborhood? The reason being is they are trying to squeeze every last one of you out of this market. And when you're all gone, or as much as they can get out of you, then the real money's going to come in, and then they're going to light the fire. And you better be standing in the campground when that happens. So don't sell. Not financial advice, common sense advice. Don't sell. My God, this is life-changing. Definitely, I'm going to tell you guys that if you are on live stream with us all the time, you're subscribed, and you already know this. But you guys that are new, you definitely want to be on with our tech chat tomorrow. So like and subscribe to this video, but definitely be with us on what we will call late Monday tech chat coming tomorrow on Tuesday, where we're going to talk about CBDCs. We're going to talk about XRP and the insane amount of money that's about to shift when they flip the switch. So if you're holding, I can't even, I know this back and forth, and you guys know that I know this, and I've told you many stories about how the world works and stuff in my travels and how money and big banks work because I associate with those folks. But when I sit here at my desk and I look at a number like 63 cents or 62 cents, and I know what I know about XRP and what the real number is going to be when they flip the switch, it's something the likes of which, I mean, I've seen millions and millions of dollars flow through my hands over the course of my many businesses and stuff. This is unlike anything. I mean, I shake when I think about the levels of money that's going to be coming soon. If you're just the type of person that can buy this and control yourself and sit on it, 3, 4, 5 years from now, nothing about your life is going to be recognizable. Nothing. I will give you a little bit of a jump ahead on a little bit of a spoiler alert. What Bear is going to reveal to you. Bear is a very good researcher. He's done some research on this, and I already knew this to be a fact. I've been conservatively telling you guys that inside of 3 to 5 years, not going to surprise me if we hit $12,000, but Bear's going to give you a price that's going to be a lot higher than that. And it's backed by facts, not hype, not hope, not YouTubers passing gossip amongst each other. It's the truth. $50,000 per coin, guys. This is on a coin right now that's priced at 62 cents. $50,000 US for one single coin. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to change the world. It's going to wrap around absolutely everything you do involving money. Remittances back and forth between countries. It is, as I refer to, the one above all. So you absolutely need to understand. So if you guys want to subscribe to the charts, if you guys want to sneak in, by the way, this is kind of comes to my mind. If you guys don't really have the money to subscribe to the charts, we do have what we call an X-Twins package, which is basically nothing but XRP and XLM charts that you can subscribe to. If you call yourself an investor, at least do yourself a solid and get involved in that. And you can just simply go to Fibby Charts and go to the subscription, find the X-Twins package, and just watch the charts and the predictions. What I'm showing you right now live on screen is exactly the chart that you're going to get with the notation showing you the targets all the way down, stuff like that. Cheap insurance against stupidity. You know what I mean? So a lot of you guys are messaging, thank God I subscribed over there, and I listened to you and your live stream. You saved me from making stupid moves and stuff. And that's what I'm here for. I'm stupidity insurance. So I'm here to inoculate you against trade sickness. That's what I'm here to do. The doctor's here to give you your medicine. You won't like it, but it may not taste good, but it's definitely good for you, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the charts. So where we see XRP going, I can show you the things on the way down, but again, I'm going to still stick to my guns and say 22 to 25 cents. Really, that's ultimately what you need to know. Right now, this thing is not formatting anything that I can show you the next, and it's not showing the next move here. Probably by the end of the thing, I would estimate we're probably going to be down in this area here in the next move down. Not important to the larger narrative. I'm showing you just an occasional little teases of the drops as they come. Don't recommend you swing trade this. Not a wise idea. Not at all. I would not. I do have a few of you guys that are doing this. If you want to swing trade, do something with Bancor. I'll show you some charts on Bancor here during this live stream. Bancor makes a lot more sense. It's easier to get into than XRP, easier to get out of. No one really respects it. It doesn't suffer from the unsurety that XRP does. Let's just put it that way. So you guys that are swing trading XRP, man, you're playing a dangerous game. So be careful. And the ones, and I know a few of you guys are leverage trading. For God's sake, guys, be careful. Be careful. I don't bless any of you guys that do that. I know that now we're up to 10 people that are using the unfair advantage charts of swing trading. And I just got a report from somebody that came in today. They said they made $197,000 on a trade yesterday. $197,000. He didn't give me the details on what he was working with. Presumably he was working with a probably 25x portfolio. I don't know. But fun to listen to the reports, man. I'll tell you what, the finest part of my day is waking up in the morning or afternoon, whenever I get up, and hearing the things that are happening as a result of the work that I'm doing. So it's extremely gratifying to be able to help you guys better your lives. So I really enjoy that, and it's addicting for me as much as it's addicting for you. So it's pretty fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get on to the rest of this stuff, and let's take a look at the rest of this trash heap. So XLM, again, XLM is tracking right along with XRP. And to bring you guys up to speed, they're new on live stream. Of course, obviously, got to take a break here of a couple minutes or so because people drift in and out. We'd love to have you join a part of what we do at the unfairadvantage.chat. That's our free Discord that we have. You're welcome to come on in. Don't need to spend any money. And if you come in, we're going to be doing a free giveaway for 5,000 VeChain. We're going to be doing that live on stream on the 1st of next month. And the rules are, all you got to do is just be a member of our chat at the unfairadvantage.chat. That's our Discord. So, of course, obviously, if you'd like to subscribe to the charts that I'm working with tonight and be able to get involved in the upper tier chats and the behind the paywall and stuff, you can go ahead and do that at fibicharts.com. FIBI charts.com. All right. So anyway, XLM, we no secret here. I'm going to have to narrow my charts down a little bit and get there we go. So I have a couple of conservative targets for you guys that have been begging me for, where should I consider to be the buys? Well, these are extremely conservative. You can see where I actually upgraded this just a little bit. Just using some basic math, guys, or just using some basic calculations. If I am to be calling XRP at 22 to 25 by virtue of the spread, the dollar to percent to dollar ratio that XLM runs, I would not be at all surprised to be seeing 19 cents conservatively. I think you'd hit that in probably just about every single case. But to be down to a low of 16, possibly more realistically down in the 11.5 cent range, Wix notwithstanding, which could go even lower, but that's kind of a Hail Mary deal. So anywhere from 11 cents to 19 cents, I believe, my personal belief is, I think that's the window where the bottom is. If I'm going to call the quote-unquote bottom for XLM, it's probably going to be right around there. And if you get it bought there and it goes lower, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, the upshot on these coins, these things are not going to evaporate and go away. They're going to be so much more valuable. Not going to give a time frame on free live stream, but I see a $40 to $45 target price on XLM. Not that far out in the future. So if you're picking something up for 11.5 cents that goes to $40, who gives a rat's behind if it goes down to 9 cents or not? You know what I mean? All right, so XLM, basically we're just watching. So we have another move. I'll go ahead, since I'm on this one here. I actually have a little bit more upgrade on that move. Let me zoom in on that. Yeah, so right now we're kind of getting, the whole market's kind of getting that little bouncy bounce thing that's going on. But on our next move down, we're heading in that direction. I don't want to put that as a target marker here. I'm gonna hold off on that because I usually like ISIS to draw these lines so I can kind of get secondary or third confirmation. But let me show you kind of generalized speaking. If I'm just whipping out the old TA tools, TA would indicate that we're going about this far right here, this general velocity. And if we plug that into the chart, you can see it plugs in just beautifully right to that line, right off of the green line, right to the AI line. So, markers along the road to hell kind of thing. It's not important that you make a buy or a sell or a trade or anything like that, but just know the next strike down will likely probably come down here, jig around a little bit, and then we'll capitulate and come on down. So this is pretty much the next little zone we're watching for. Now, that'll probably happen, by my estimation, in the next 12 to 24 hours. XLM going to 45, not years, less than years, sooner than you think. No. I don't want to give away the farm here. I'll give you a few chickens and maybe possibly a cow, but I'm not going to give away the farm here on the free live stream. So you get a chicken and a cow once in a while. You get your daily allotment of farm animals, but you don't get the whole farm for free on live stream. All right, so let's go ahead. So I hadn't been paying any attention, so let's go ahead and talk Theta here. So I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm liking that. Holy crap! Look at that, right down to the line. Boom, baby. So there was the call. That last time I was paying attention, I did a call. We hit it. We jiggled off that. We reaccumulated. Down again we went, right down to the next AI line. So isn't it amazing to have a system with drop zones? I mean, all you really got to do, it's just like painting by numbers. Just like painting by numbers, all you got to do. So now we are down, and I told you guys I wouldn't be surprised to see us down in the $6 range. You can see I already have the target markers that's coming. Is there any doubt that we're probably going to be right down to here and right down to here? On last live stream, I told you this one I'm all in on. This one I'm a little dubious, but I'm still a buyer. Now I'm all in on both of these. And matter of fact, I'm going to do you a solid, and I'm going to up my game a little bit. Red call means damn sure, damn sure. So what we are looking at from now, we're actually higher than that right now, but from where we're at now, down there, 20% call. Now, a 20% call, I always have to explain this to guys that are new on the live stream. 20% is not an uncommon move for crypto to make. Easy. Crypto moves, most lesser coins, I'm speaking non-Bitcoin. I'm not talking about Litecoin. I'm not talking about the top 5 coins, we'll say. But the general, not shit coins definitely do, but not the lesser tier coins that are lesser price. A move of 15 to 25% in a day isn't even really an eyebrow raiser. So in a market like this, a drop of 20%, that's kind of expected. So a drop of 35, as I told you, a drop of 35 and 40%. Yeah, I mean, I told you guys that this whole market is going to work like a snowball rolling down a hill. It's going to get bigger and it's going to get faster. Is there any denying that I was right about this? I told you weeks and weeks ago, when this thing starts to gather steam, it's going to be like a snowball coming downhill, and lo and behold, look at this. There is what's called a waterfall formation. Never a finer example of exactly what I just told you. Now, waterfall, you know what happens after a waterfall? Another waterfall. You don't come out of a waterfall generally into a positive bullish formation. At best, what you get is you get a waterfall that comes down, pardon me, you get a waterfall that comes down, and then you get accumulation, and then you probably get that, or you might get a little of that, and then you get more. You do not get, coming out of a waterfall, generally speaking, you do not get any kind of bullish activity that makes and holds ground. It just doesn't happen. Waterfalls are triggered by computers that start it, they let go of it, they dump the clutch, they let the humans do their thing, and I can show you demonstrations right here exactly what this is. Let's zoom right in on this and talk a little theory here. I always like to teach a little school while I'm on this. This right here, this from here to here is all bots. Take a look at the formation. Look how choppy that is. Chop, 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 chop. Very digital. Very digital. Nothing organic about that. See, and they dropped it. They brought it up here. And now what happens? They dump the clutch right there. And they let go of it. And they kind of followed up with the humans. Then they let go of it. And then the humans got a hold of it. Now, you see the difference between the choppiness and the straight angularity of that and the measured micro moves of that. You see the sloppy disorientation of this. This right here is human. This is absolutely human. But generally speaking, most of that right there is human, and this is when people just had enough and got rid of it and dumped it. Now, again, obviously the whole market was doing this. So yeah, it's not only Theta that's going on, but you can see the humans right here. But when they did, what happens? Why does it always seem to hit my AI lines? Well, the reason why is because when it hits the AI line, those lines are something that's embedded in the computer at the exchanges, and my bots have sniffed that out and basically decoded the heartbeat of the machine, so to speak. And it has to do with pulse markers, which are the timelines, which are part of our grid system, which I won't explain here on tonight's broadcast. But these lines, there's something that happens at these lines and at the timelines that go up and down. You'll see on some of these charts, which basically that is the mind of the trade machine that's built into the exchanges. And so they won't let it go beyond this line is a simple answer. Why does it always seem so? If the humans are in charge of this, how do the humans always know to stop it at this line? They don't. what you'll see happen is you'll see a little bit of indecision. Let's go right in on this, and I'll show you exactly. I never talked about this on live stream before. That's a human dump right there. But what it is they probably let go of it, but the computer took it just down here just to touch off, just to close a move, so to speak. And you guys that are fans of the stream here, you know what I mean by a closing move. This is just a completion of a thought, because again, computers have OCD. They've got to finish things. They're not sloppy workers. They're very regimented. They got to come down. They got to close out a mathematical formula to start another one. And we saw once the computer touched off here, they let go of the clutch again. Now we're back into human motion. Okay. Now what I suspect will happen is they'll let this wander around for a little bit. Let me get all this garbage off the screen here. They'll let this wander around a little bit because, again, as I've told you, the way the market works is you have a start and a finish and spots along the path that the computer needs to achieve. So the computer, if we are thinking like a machine, we have to start here, and by January 30th, we need to be here. By February 29th, we need to be here, and then we need to be here at certain points within the calendar. We need to be there, according to the computer. And what happens is they'll kind of guide it the way that a pilot guides from New York to Los Angeles. You know, we know we're going from New York to Los Angeles. We're off course. A pilot's job is to keep the plane kind of between the rails, so to speak. So let's say the humans get over enthusiastic, and all of a sudden the computer will go, no, we're too far away. They'll snap it back so that by the time the next touch-off point happens, we're in line. And then the computers go, or the humans go, well, we don't like that, so we're going to sell. And the computer will go, no. We need to bring this back up so that we touch off our point. And that's what happens is it's micromanaging along the way, so the computer always touches off along the way. And then maybe the computer might say, okay, well, in the middle of July, we're going to have this massive run up. And let's say maybe humans start going this way. The computer will grab it and start encouraging you to go in a positive way. And then that's basically the way the market works. And if you understand what you're looking at, you'll be able to kind of see it for what it is as it happens. And this doesn't just happen on one single exchange. You'll see that universally we have this waterfall move with everything. So ask yourself, why is Theta dumping exactly the same as Bitcoin, exactly the same as Ethereum? What the hell is going on? The market is moving in unison because it's the same master manipulator moving it all. You know, sometimes they'll let 2 or 3 be a rising superstar, which was what we call rotation theory. But by and large, what you're seeing is an orchestrated universal move. What a lot of you guys probably may not realize is it's one computer, just one, that's doing all of this. One master computer. So I think the misnomer or the misunderstanding is you know, there's a multitude of different computers all over. And why do they all seem to work together? There's not. There's one. One master computer has Theta, Bitcoin, XRP, blah, 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 and it hands down its data to the subcomputers, which is, you know, Binance and Coinbase and blah, blah, blah. No, there is a master computer at the top of this. If you guys are not aware of that, that's how else could you explain the universal generalized moves across exchanges? There's always a little bit of variation, but you ever notice how if Coinbase is working against Binance and they're not in cahoots together, and they're not working for the same general agenda, then why would Binance be so much further higher or lower or different than Coinbase? That you never notice those things are kind of close generally. The reason why is because there's a master computer above them that's designating the theory or designating the game and how it's to be played. I don't use Binance, and it's not because I don't like them, it's just because I can't. So, in answer to your question, I'm a Coinbase man. Not because I want to be. Not proud of it, I just am. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at T-Fuel. So T-Fuel again, you know, now I'm just going to come out and tell you here. Hang on just a second here. I got to shut my mic off for just a second. Been a busy day of a lot of talking, so my voice is trash. All right, so let's bring you up to speed with my thoughts on Theta Fuel, T-Fuel. I have long told you guys that I'm a lover of T-Fuel. I was calling T-Fuel when it was 2-3 cents and Doge was going wacky. I told you guys, stay the hell out of that Dogecoin, man. The money's in T-Fuel. I'm telling you. And some of you guys listened, and Doge went up, had its run, pulled back, and then T-Field ran past it like a a no leg runner, whatever. And Theta has been, I've been vindicated that T-Field has been the solid hold compared to Doge. Now Doge is a topic we'll discuss later tonight because we have a lot of discussion to have with Doge about tonight. But T-Field, should you be buying T-Fuel at 48 cents? Well, no, because we're expecting a market drop. But, I'll tell you where I really get highly enthusiastic about T-Fuel is anywhere in the 25 cents or less. And the reason why is it's just a matter of mathematics. I believe T-Fuel is going to go to $1. I can show you cases for that. Nobody would really doubt that it is. I mean, it's got use case, and it's part of a very large project that's going to be world changing and world enveloping. So to that matter, I mean, it's solid money. Nobody can deny that understands the tech. Now, if I'm suggesting to you that T-Fuel is going to $1, then why are you buying it at half that? And hopefully maybe getting 100% return on your money. That's a pittance in the crypto. 100% return in a market like this is absolutely abysmal. Don't do it. And so if you can get T-Fuel at a price that will give you 300x, 400x, now we're talking. Again, not the most impressive game to be played, but if you're into solidity and easy buy, easy out, easy in, easy out, sure, the move that you're making, T-Fuel is not a bad proposition. But I want to see that at 33 cents and below. So I don't really get all uppity about even suggesting anyone touch T-Fuel right now because I think that it's overpriced in this market. So let me give you an if T-Fuel drops to 33 cents, let's just say 25 to 30 cents, then I would be the type of person that would probably consider that purchase at 25 cents. Reason being is because if you're buying it at 25 cents and it goes to $1, you just made 400% return on your money. All right. If it goes to $1.25, you just made 500% return on your money. And rest assured, it's going to go to $1.25. The question is how far, how long, what's the weight on that? Question is can you wrestle that thing between your ears and get a grip on it so you don't do anything stupid and sell it before you max out your profits? Can I see a time when T-Fuel is $10? Not right away. I can't see it with my eyes. I can see it with my mind. I can believe it. But the question is will T-Fuel be at $10? What will a loaf of bread be worth? I always get back to my loaf of bread. I want to know in a world where T-Fuel is $10, what am I paying for bread? You have to remember, none of these trades operate within an ecosystem that's exempt from the real world costs of things. So, woohoo! I just bought. I'll give you. I've never really talked about this with people, and this is kind of an aside, but I have a very unique way, as some of you who know me very well, of looking at the world, but it tends to pan out very, very well. Let me pose this question. I always like to kind of pose this to kind of see how financially savvy people are. So I'm going to sell you a Ferrari, every single one of you. I'm going to sell you a Ferrari, theoretically, and I'm going to sell it to you for $100 million. How many buyers do I have in the market? Or how many buyers do I have in my chat right now? I'm going to sell you a $100 million Ferrari. Let me ask, any of you guys want to be a taker on that? Tell me. I notice I don't see any of you guys lining up for that deal. No thanks. Well, Peter, you just denied yourself a Ferrari because we haven't answered the other part of the question. How much now? Now, let me change the game for you. $1 a year. How many takers now? It's not how much, it's how much now. Different question now, different answer, isn't it? It's not how much, it's how much now. That's the basis of the credit system. Every single one of you guys that just said nope, just denied yourself the ownership of a Ferrari. That's how our credit system works. It's not how much, it's how much now. So the question is on something like this, is kind of akin to that. I'll get you a Mopar then. Get you a Dodge Demon. God, get yourself killed. So the reason I bring that up is this, because it's time value of money. We've talked about this in the past. Because basically speaking, if you can buy this, how long do you have to hold this stuff? If you're buying it super cheap before it sees $10 or before it sees these prices. And the question is you put X number of dollars, you have investment loss opportunity. Digibyte, I'm talking to you, because these people that are holding Digibyte right now, someday. Meanwhile, all these fantastic buys with these 4 or 5, 10x deals are flying past you. You're sitting here holding, old blue. Come on, old blue, come on, and it ain't doing shit. And so, this is the problem. You have to pick a fast riser that will outpace the cost of the dollar, so to speak. And so this is what our Anubis system does. Our Anubis system, which is our other AI system, looks at all the things. I always make it akin to a horse race. Basically, what Anubis does is it looks at all the coins that are out there in the market, and it says, okay, we got a Digibyte, we got a Theta, we got a T Fuel, we got Bitcoin. And it compares data with ISIS. ISIS is our statistical thing that shows how high, how low, what swings. And the two of them kind of have a little backroom chat about what's the highest probabilities for investments. So in other words, every single day I get a report that's printed out by Anubis that tells me, statistically speaking, this coin or that coin is the smartest one to own going forward. So I'm not sharing that with any of you guys yet because we're still beta testing. And once in a while, I'll give you a little test taste of it. I'll leak a little information to you, but I'm not sharing it with these guys yet. So basically, what it is it's putting out the likelihood of which one. Say, for example, this is not the exact data, but for example, Theta doesn't even hold a candle. As strong as Theta is, Theta doesn't even hold a candle for dollar-on-dollar return to Reef. It doesn't. And then all you got to do is understand the math. If I'm telling you that Theta right now, at whatever price it is, $6, something like that, is going to go to $3,500, hell of a return. But it's nothing compared to Reef at a penny, sub-penny, going to $3.36. But the question is, the third part of the triangle is, how long is it going to take to happen? Both of those have a window of about 38 to 48 months, or 36 to 48 months. So Reef is a far, it's a little riskier, I'll grant you that. But the probabilities, looking at that, our Reef will kick ass and take names compared to Theta. Theta is a good one, Theta is a solid one, but Reef will outpace it. So you got to watch every single investment separately. So that's basically what I was talking about as far as like why we want to not consider T Fuel just yet. It's got to get to a price that's attractive, and then it starts to become attractive. So for T Fuel at 25 cents, 30 cents. Not too bad. I wouldn't go heavy on my portfolio because there's better investments out there. But T Fuel is, if you want to expose yourself for a quick flip or something like that for 20, 30, 40% return on your money, this is a good one to use as a flipper coin. Cheaper it gets, the more flippier it gets, so to speak. Yep, start crypto, never sell at a loss. It gets back to one adage that I've preached during the last couple of things. Be happy with your position, and even if you have some of the most basic questions you have to ask yourself is, if I bought this coin right now and went down, would I be happy? Well, no, you wouldn't be happy, but do I believe that the odds of it going above where I paid for it are better than the odds of it going below? Now, that's not answering the question, do I think it'll go low? Is there more upshot than downshot potential? So if you can answer yes, then pull the trigger if that's what's in your heart to do so. But don't try and reposition lower, because what ends up happening is broadly speaking, you have to take about a 10% drop in any crypto to even tread water at a lower price. And I won't explain the math of that because we've discussed that ad nauseum on several past broadcasts. But just suffice it to say that to even reposition yourself with a coin to get in at a lower price, 10% is the starting price for lower. And most of these things, when they usually drop 7 to 9%, and then they bounce back up, and then you're screwed because you're looking at something you're completely out of. So generally speaking, you have to be very smart about the positions that you take. You have to be happy with it. And I'm not telling you, I can tell you right now, I know a number of you guys that follow my theories on these things that are negative, but the upshot, when it comes, all wounds will be healed. It's not fun. So what a lot of you guys are doing is throwing new money at these lower positions. That's dollar cost average, and I'm not a dollar cost average guy, but that is what you do. You come in with new money and add to the pot and lower your average cost down. You don't get rid of, because you're not going to lose money until you book it. Hopefully, you're not leverage trading where they're forcing and liquidating you out. This is another reason why we don't liquidate or we don't stack trade is because if I want to sell, I'll sell when I damn well want to sell. No exchange can take my crypto or no exchange can force me out of my position if I don't choose to surrender it. So, if I want to ride this out and just go find something to do while the market's sucking, then that's what I'll do. I don't have to lose sleep to go, oh my God, I wonder if I still got my crypto when I wake up in the morning because I leverage trade. So don't do it. So you doing pretty well, are you, Stark? Good. Glad to hear it, brother. Glad to hear it. All right, so let's talk VeChain. So this is going to be the giveaway we're going to be doing. We're going to be giving away 5,000 VeChain. All you guys got to do is just simply join us at the unfairadvantage.chat, and you can qualify for our free giveaway at the first of the month. So VeChain is going to be it's going to be a big performer, and talk about one of the big winners that's going to be out there. I believe VeChain is going to be seeing $7 according to our AI program. That's prognosticating the future of crypto and future crypto prices. VeChain right now is at an extremely attractive price of let's just call it 7.5 cents. But it's going to get so much lower and so much better. So right now, 0.0774. We are going to be seeing lower, and I'm going to tell you, basically, I'm not going to be surprised to see us under 5.5 cents. The next move down is going to put us right in this neighborhood, right down here, and so we're just waiting. So we've got to be seeing, that we are in mid crash, and to be real honest, I'm not going to be surprised to see us right in this zone right here before it's all said and done, and that's just a off the cuff drop. Yeah, there you go. That's a 34% drop, 35% drop. Think we can make that? I do. If the rest of the market's going straight to hell, 35% drop ain't nothing. So $5. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Let's just call that 5 cents. So VeChain at 5 cents, I believe it. Is that the lowest? Probably not, but would you guys, any of you guys, kick 5 cent VeChain out of bed? I certainly wouldn't. 5 cent VeChain, that is forecasted to go to $7. I mean, my lord, guys, don't be greedy. I mean, when things drop like that, don't question who's the giver is. Don't question the gift. Just take it, willingly accept it. I mean, what's the big difference between getting it at 4.5 cents and 5 cents or whatever? At that point in time, you're just bending over, pick up pennies and letting dollars fly over your head. Don't do it. But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, if the rest of the market's got to go. And again, what's going to really truly determine these prices? I can just tell you, my experience, my wisdom, whatever you want to call it, it's telling you we're coming down here, probably lower. How am I going to know this is the bottom? And I want to repeat myself because I said this at the top of the show. How are we going to know when the bottom of the market is? We look at the big boys. So I've given you two. Here's what I'm going to tell you going forward, and I want you guys that are on my Discord, I want you guys that are subscribed over there to Fibby Charts or whatever, you guys that are just here for free, you guys are going to ask me this over and over and over. Is the bottom in? Is the bottom in? Is the bottom in? I've already told you where I forecasted the bottom to be. Now, I might readjust that, but for right now, in this conversation that we're having, Bitcoin, 25 where I'm suspecting the bottoms to possibly be for Bitcoin. If you see Bitcoin at $25 to $20, go have a look at what VeChain's at. Go have a look at what XRP is at. If you confirm and you see that XRP is in the 25 to 22 cent range, and you see Bitcoin at 20 to 25,000, you might think, hey, maybe Barron was right. This could possibly be the bottom. You've got a double confirmation. Then you go over to VeChain, you look at the price, which is not going to surprise me, that is below this. And don't question it. Buy it. Buy it. That's not advice. That's just common investing sense. Look at the big boys and see where they're at the bottom, because, if you see Bitcoin at $20,000 to $25,000, whatever that is, I guarantee you, I assure you, could possibly drag it down here to another Fibonacci ring, whatever. But at that point in time, it's not time to start questioning, could we go any lower? Because damn, we could be down here at 3 cent, 4 cent VeChain. That's not a time to be questioning, can I squeeze out a micro fraction of another penny? That's a time to say, enough's enough, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Time frame? By the end of the month. By the end of the month, we're probably, well, I'll tell you, time frame, that gets into a tricky thing. Time frame, nobody knows. But again, go back and look at the calls that I made on what we're experiencing currently. I told you that we were going to get into a spin cycle, a downward spin cycle that was going to start on the 17th and was going to start to hit the high water mark on the 21st. Was I right? Damn right I was right. So now I also told you, and we'll go ahead and I'll restate what I said going from today to the end of the month. Now, are we at the bottom? Impossible for anyone to say. If anyone says they know if we're at the bottom, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just talking. They're blowing smoke at you. Now, I'm telling you that I'm expecting $25,000 to $20,000. 25 first, 22nd. Possibly, if it gets stupid enough, 12,000. But let's kind of get a grip on reality for right now. So, from this point forward, we don't know what's going to happen when China wakes up. We're about to find out in the next 6 hours. 6 to 12 hours. So when China wakes up, it's probably going to magnify this and drive it down lower, supposedly, or possibly. Now, we are in probably the deep throes where the snowball's starting to gather steam, really starting to pick up some size, really starting to pick up some speed, really starting to just rock and roll. And this could magnify and accelerate 20%, 30% drops, like that put us way into the schedule that I'm suggesting to you. And if that's to happen, then we're going to be right where I said we were going to be, faster than even I suspected. All this is moving a lot faster than I expected. But that being said, the main thing that you want to watch for is you want to watch for price, not time. Don't worry about time. Time will take care of itself. Price is what you're concerned. You can't put time in your pocket. Price, you definitely can. So, you're not in a hurry. You're not going anywhere. But let this thing do what it needs to do. Now, as far as expectations, I'm just floating theory. Doesn't matter. Don't invest according to a calendar. Invest according to your pocketbook. And so what I expect to have happen, just knowing time cycles, as I've said before, what I expect to have happen is I think from about this point, doesn't make sense quite yet, but I told you between now, how many days we got left in this month? We got about 9 days. Is that about right? So the next 9 days, what we should be experiencing is we should be experiencing either a continued dump or the turnaround. We might be at the turnaround. I mean, we're not to the targets that I have expected, so I think there's still more dump to come. So I want to say that as a caveat. But here's the thing that why the next 9 days are important, as I've said many times before. We are at the end of the second quarter of the year. We are at the exact half of the year, summer solstice, if you want to put that stuff into it too. There's a lot of things going on in the next 9 days. Now, from a business standpoint, and all we can do, you can put all the woo-woo crap in there you want, but let's just kind of keep it real and keep it in the here and the now. From a business standpoint, I like to describe big business as a dinosaur. It takes a lot of effort to get that big dinosaur up and moving, and once it's moving, but it takes a while. So from investors, big investors are like big dinosaurs. They move very slowly, but when they do, they take big bites, or they do whatever they do. So here we are now where the dinosaur is taking notice that the market's dropping, and they're like, okay, well, maybe I need to make a buy. Maybe I need to make a sell. From a business standpoint, maybe I need to unload some portfolio. Maybe I need to move some stuff around. So they're going to have from tonight till the end of the month in order to kind of clear out their quarterly tax record or get ready for the backside of the year, however you want to phrase or look at that. They've got 9 days to take a position on doing that, and it takes that long for a big business to do this because they got accountants and lawyers and massive vice presidents and the investment arm, and they got to have their quarterly meetings and they got to have their strategy meetings and stuff. It takes time. So generally speaking, I'm just ballparking here. So in the next 3 days, I suspect that those meetings and those decisions are being made. And I think the checks will be written and the triggers will be pulled and blah, blah, blah will start happening. And as we get into that last final week of this month, I think you're going to start to see something that's going to be a very remarkable change in the direction of this general downward slide. So I think we still got, just basically about 100 hours left in this. Makes sense to me. But I told you that we were going to be seeing what we're seeing exactly right now. And I don't think it's over with yet. I really don't. I could be wrong. I can always be wrong. But so far, I've been right. And so I think that we're going to be seeing a little bit more because we're, come about Wednesday, I think we'll probably start to see something that might cause us to look and say, this doesn't look quite like, it looks like it might be slowing down, looks like it might truly be changing direction. We don't know. But don't try and set your calendar by this because they don't operate by a calendar. They operate by a lot of different paradigms, but calendars not the whole of it is what I'm saying. Okay, so that's probably about the only theory I want to get into right now. So let's go ahead and continue on with the market and get through some of the other stuff so we can kind of take a look at what's going on. So, all right. So I do want to take a look at this just because I like to kind of laugh at something like this. So DigiByte, again, there was the call. It hit it, leveled off, capitulated, fell through, hit to the next target marker. So we're outside of the thing. So down she goes, guys. Down she goes. So she'll be down underneath this double yellow here before very long. So if you're in DigiByte, last call to get the hell off the train because it isn't going to get any better. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do OMG. OMG is our free call that we let everybody. So if you guys remember the Discord, if you guys are in our free Discord, the unfairadvantage.chat, this is a free one. We monitor this all the time. I gave this away as a free call. Told you, well, I'll be damned, guys. I'll be damned. There ain't nothing, and I've said this many times before, there ain't nothing like a good I told you so. Not a thing on this planet like a good I told you so. And I told you so. I told you when we were way up here. Made this call, hit it. Made this call, hit it. Made that call, hit it. I told you 350, and there we go. Right there. 350. Fell right into the down box. It is time to consider pulling the trigger. It is time to consider pulling the trigger. Ding, 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 ding. It is time to consider pulling the trigger. I'm not necessarily telling you that this may not be the end, but I am comfortable from an investing standpoint saying this. And again, I'm going to tell you, not financial advice. Do what you want to do. But I am comfortable with this price because what I know is coming is $20 to $25. Mathematically, that's a 700% return on your money in less than a year. Now, could get worse. Probably might. We got one more target box. Do you want to see what's behind door number 3? Nothing like a good I told you so, guys. There you go. Asked and answered. So, let's go ahead. Let's start talking lower targets. If you want to, here's the next move. Right there. Now that let's just call that $2.75. $2.70. Maybe not $2.75. Let's just make that $2.80. Just be conservative on that. It is entirely possible that we'll fall into this box here, but $2 with a. Let's go ahead and put a couple target markers on here. Okay, there's your window. $2.50 to $2.80. Okay. 250 to 280. I'm basically gonna kind of go on record right now and tell you that I have zero doubt that's gonna happen. Zero doubt. If we go from this price here to the high end, that is a 10x return on your money, guys, for a free call that I've been handing out free of charge. Don't want any of your money. Don't need your subscription. Just like to help everybody do better in their life. Of course, obviously, it's up to you to decide, does this make any sense? Am I full of crap or not? You can clearly see that I'm not. I've demonstrated this over and over and over again. Free call to you guys. Please share it all over social media. Tell them where you got it. Like and subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. If you're duly impressed, and I hope that you are with what I'm doing, grab my video, share it on Telegram, share it around, talk, spread the religion of the magic chicken bones, as we like to say. Let everybody know what's going on over here. We're here to change lives. So the more lives you can let me touch, the better I can make good in the world. So you help me help the world. Okay, that's what I'm here to do. So there's your call for OMG. We will book that. So meet you back in the treehouse when it happens, because it will happen. All right. So Cardano. Haven't really looked at the charts today, guys, so I'm about to be as surprised as you guys are. Yes and no, because I already know where this stuff is going. So I haven't looked at this, but target hit. And I always do conservative calls. Yes, I realize it goes lower. I try. The reason I do these conservative calls that go a little bit lower is because I hate to see you guys miss these things. When some of you guys are playing this as like good enough purchases, so I don't want to see you like miss a wick or something like that. But let me demonstrate. This is a good call, because if you put it in the armpit right here, it drops and it jiggles a little bit. But you can see if I move that, it's moving it right there. So it is a call. It is an accurate call, because actually when you get in here and you zoom in, what's really happening is it's going down, and it is hitting there, and then it's thinking about it, and then it's dropping a little bit further. So it is the call that actually is happening. So you just don't see that when I got everything kind of timed in. So target acquired. So now where are we going? As I've told you guys before, and I might have to revise this even lower, we're possibly looking at 95 cents, and I'm starting to think maybe 95 cents might be too damn high. And so we're looking at our next move is going to put us right spitting on the door of 95 cents. So from where we're at right now, that's going to be moving us into this little Fibonacci circle. But 95 cents is right here on that purple line that I put out there as a theory line for you guys. So where we're at right now to the purple line is only a drop of 21%. As I've told you over and over and over again, 20%, easy to do in the course of a day. So all we need is one more bad bit of dropping, and we're going to be right on 95 cent Cardano and beyond. So you guys that got target prices bought at 95 cent Cardano or set for 95 cent Cardano might want to hold your fire, because I think it's going to get even worse. Don't want to give you a price just yet, because we haven't seen it we haven't seen the markers yet. When ISIS starts drawing lines down there, I'll tell you. So when we start seeing lines down here, ISIS is backing me up here a little bit at 90 cents. You pretty much can set your watch by these lines. ISIS has got it at 0.91333 as a target marker, and you can bet your butt we're going to hit it. But will that be the end of it? No, I don't believe so. I just kind of, honestly, I'm starting to feel 75 cents, right? That's just a gut feeling. Don't invest on my gut feelings. But let's just wait and see on Cardano. 95 cents is kind of a happy little told you so, but I think we're going to go much, much lower. So the yellow dotted lines, Scott, those are my diamond, or not my diamond. Those are diamond investors. These are big money people that I know that are making certain investments or whatever. And again, these guys they move like dinosaurs. So some of the guys bought in at these lines. I mean, I hate and they're happy with that, I guess. Who's to say? But they were all warned that this may not be the end. Now I haven't revised this and stuff like that, but this dotted line, that dotted line. There was probably between these two dotted lines, there was probably $500,000 in Cardano that was just bought. Would I consider that a smart move? It's okay. They'll heal just fine. Don't worry about them. Their Grey Poupon isn't going to go stale just because they bought $500,000 worth of Cardano at 95 cents or $1.26. But 95 cents and then some is definitely incoming from what I see. So. Yeah, I believe 75 cents is probably going to happen. All right, so let's start looking at. I'm going to stay out of Uniswap and Pancake for a little while. Let's look at SushiSwap and see what this hot mess is up to. This thing is all over the friggin' grid, folks. I mean, but when you make a call, you make a call, and when you hit it, you hit it. And so it's right there, and it's knocking on the door. It's knocking on the door of. I got to start using my square box, but basically, we're moments away from vindication on this. The next move is going to put it inside that box, and I'll demonstrate why that is. If we just use standard technical analysis right there, we're just going to move about that approximate amount. That's going to put you right into the box there. So, am I suggesting to any of you that SushiSwap is a good buy? No, not yet. At $5 probably, if this is your bag and this is what you want to do, then $5 sushi swap is going to happen. Now, I would caution you that that's probably not a wise purchase. The reason why is because all of the decentralized exchanges are coming down in price, and 1inch will be coming up higher and faster. So if you got to be a DeFi token buyer, wouldn't be that one. It wouldn't be this one. As far as I'm concerned, it would be 1inch. 1inch has far more on the ball going for it. So we'll discuss that here in just a second. But again, I like to show this stuff because some of you guys are holding this and you want to see how broke you are today, because you're holding because you're holding from way up here or whatever. But is this something I would pile in on and grab? No, it's turning into more of a swing coin type thing, but not just yet. So 1inch. Let's go ahead and look at this. Boy, this thing's probably gonna get man. Yeah, so we're looking at, there we go, target, hit it twice. So we're inside the box. So there's the box right there. Box is there. Got it. All right, so where are we going from there? I'll tell you very, very easily where we're going with this. We are going right here to the double line. There's an AI line and a Fibonacci line. As I told you guys on last live stream, anytime you see a Fibonacci line, which is the green line, and a gold, bronze, AI line kind of running in tandem, that's a double confirmation. That's two different mathematical systems that come into computation together and agree on a general consensus for a level. If you see that, it means money, baby. That's where this is going. And I can back that theory up by showing you just standard classical technical analysis, which will put you right on that door, just like that. So we're looking at probably, get ready for it, folks, $2, 1inch, $2. 1inch, $2. So are we going lower than this? Yeah, we are. We are. Told you that a long time ago. $1.75. $1.75. See, we're getting there. You can see this is a call. Crazy. I love these calls that are just out of nowhere that just make people shit talk me. Not laughing now, are you guys? Not so funny now, is it, guys? So, when this thing was going up and up and up and up, I said, not so fast. We're going to get this. And I showed this. And then right after I did, down she came. Not far enough. And I told you, it started to go up. I said, hold. I'm not convinced that this is going to hold. Went up, showed you two more down calls. Got that, got that, got that. Three of them. Now I'm predicting that. Puts it on the double confirmation. We're going to be right on this doorstep in no time whatsoever. Is this going to be the bottom? No. This is not low enough for my liking. Right now we are currently there to take a drop to there. That's a 30% drop. That's expected of larger coins. I don't believe that that's near enough of a haircut for a small coin like 1inch right now. I think it needs to see a 40 or possibly even 50 if I'm being real honest with you. I think it needs to see about $1.75 to $1.50, probably in that range. Don't trade on that. That's just my thought in the here and the now. But you have not seen the worst of the drop for 1inch yet. Now, when it hits those bottoms, again, we're referencing Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? What's 1inch doing when Bitcoin's doing what it's doing? Whatever that price is for 1inch, could be considerably less than $1.50. I don't know. But if 1inch is at any price, down there into those call boxes or whatever, and you look over, do you see Big Daddy Bitcoin sitting over there at 25,000 or 20,000 or somewhere in on around there, and you look back at 1inch, and 1inch is sitting at 90 cents. For God's sake, don't ask questions. Start getting your wallet out. Okay, that's basically the way that I would play this. And so this is one that I would absolutely. Now, my strength in love for this is tied directly for its price. As I told you, I believe that when the blue skies prevail within the crypto market, which is going to come to the end of the year, this thing is going to rise above all other DeFi because it has so much going for it. And I don't want to get into the sales pitch aspect of this, but do your homework on 1inch and see what this thing is all about. I mean, you're going to come away duly impressed. I'm probably going to have Red Bear talk on one of our tech chats about 1inch because there's so much to know about this thing and what its future plans are. Right now it's a DeFi swap thing. There's so much more that's coming for this that you would be very surprised and say, I didn't know it was doing that. It wants to get a banking license, if I remember correctly. And so, this may not seem like a much to do about anything right now yet. Sleepers wake up running, folks. That's the old saying. And this is taking the nap of all naps. So when this thing wakes up, it's going to be like Rip Van Winkle turned Usain Bolt. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go ahead and get on down here. Oh, my favorite Flamingo. This is the money one. This is the passive money. Look, folks. Look. Look, look, look. I've told you guys over and over and over and over again. If you ever get a chance to buy Flamingo at 30 to 40 cents, do not hesitate. We are sitting right now at 37 cents. We have hit a AI mark of 34 cents and some change. We are knocking on heaven's door right now. When it gets down into the target call, the next target call, we're going to be in the zone. Where anything, I'm just basically going to say this. This is a different type of coin. This is a different type of parameter. This is a different type of investment strategy. It's not about the price as much as it is with the rest of the coins. This one can produce 100% passive money in less than a year. All you got to do is hold it, and staking is not the correct. It's a liquidity pool token. We've covered it on a tech chat before. It's on the Neo blockchain. If you get this coin and just own this coin, screw the price. We're not even going to talk about the price. If you're holding this and you put it into the system and you invest it, it will give you back up to 100% return on your money in less than a year. We're not even talking about the appreciation of the actual coin itself, which is why we want to try and buy it right. But it's irrelevant. If you bought it right now, today, started to get it into the system, you're already started on the road to 100% return on your money without ever doing a damn thing. Now, if you could do this at 30 cents, 25 cents, whatever the bottom is on this, and you buy that, and it goes up to the $1, $2, whatever it does, you got that too, if you should ever want to sell. So it's having your cake, eating it, and having a pretty girl spoon feed it to you. I mean, how great is that? You know? So, and I say that knowing that 90% of my subscribers are guys. Sorry, girls, that's just, you know. But the truth of the matter is Flamingo is something that you guys that are the high dollar people, don't you dare miss this opportunity. Put it on your radar. I'm talking to the diamond groups. I'm talking to the platinum groups. Don't you dare. This is an opportunity. I didn't think that we were going to ever dip back down like this again. So as this thing gets down, we're at 37 cents. Green zone is where I've got it kind of somewhat bottoming out at about 19 cents, which would be outrageous. But that's a bit optimistic for right now. So from this marker here to here is 30%. To the bottom is 43. Not beyond possibility. Not beyond possibility. Again, the high water or the guidepost here. Watch Bitcoin. Watch XRP. What are they doing? How close are they coming to the targets that I gave you? That I've been watching every damn day. The closer we get to those things, the more it's going to affect and drag down everything else. But we're getting into prices right now where they're already starting to prove my theories have been correct month after month, week after week. So as we get lower and lower and lower, we're going to get down here in an area where, you know, to be completely blunt about this, I don't even know that I would be able to control myself and not buy it at 25 cents for fear that I would miss it. But don't. I mean, don't. You definitely figure out how to buy this stuff. It's not easy to buy. It's on the Neo blockchain. And get yourself exposed to it. And you guys that are holding big amounts of money that we've discussed about dividing up your portfolio into conservative and aggressive, this falls deeply, deeply, deeply into conservative. What you're doing is you're spinning off residual income that you never have to touch. And so I always tell you guys to, don't be owning 50, 60 different coins and stuff like that because you can't watch them all. All you got to do is two things. Buy this, get it in the system, let it start making money for you and never acknowledge it again. Just come back and look, look, I made 100% return on my money this year and next year and the year after that. Nothing wrong with that. 100% easy money that you didn't work for. Nothing wrong with that. But don't do your entire bag on this, obviously, because there's far better, more attractive returns that you can get. But definitely get yourself. You guys that are running six figures or better, really should have this as part of your portfolio. I just don't find it excusable not to. All right, so on the aggressive side of things, now we're talking Bancor, the god of all swing coins. Oh Lord, I love this coin. this thing, I'm telling you right now, guys, this thing is loading up to be the most outrageous payback. I'm about ready to convert this to a free call. I really am. I want every damn one of you guys to see the power of this grid. I want every single one of you guys to understand what you're looking at is the most powerful investment system I've ever seen on YouTube. Just because it's mine doesn't mean I'm touting it that way. I'm dead serious. You can see how often a call comes in, it gets hit. A call comes in, it gets hit. Over and look at the call, the drop, the crazy ass drop. It took a while. It hit. There's second confirmation. It hit once, twice. So I mean, you can basically just paint by numbers with this. So now we talked about iceberg theory. We are so far down below on the iceberg. This thing has had a recent high of, I believe, $9. I don't want to scale all the way back up. $8 and some change. We'll call it $9. We're sitting at $3 right now. So now we are in that zone we talked about, where we are 66% above us, 33% potential below us, assuming we went to zero, which, let's be honest, it's not going to. The investment numbers get better. The rates of return get better. This is a swing trader's wet dream coin. I've managed personally to be able to be 550% swings, just up, down, 25, 20, 35%. This one, though, guys, is a completely different. I wouldn't call it a swing. I'd just call it a bottom buy and ride it all the damn way up. Same as Ocean. This one and Ocean are the two that basically you just get in. Trust me, it's going to go up. And even if you make 300%, I'm sorry. 300% is so easy to make off of this thing as I see it. 400%, 500%, 10x is very, very easy to make. Why is this such a sure bet in the way that I see? Again, not financial advice. I want to always curb my enthusiasm and tell you that. The reason I say that is because this is a bank coin to a light degree. It's a bank coin. Bankers don't lose money. Okay, understand that. Bankers don't evaporate. You've got real financial powerhouseism behind it. If I had to make up a word, it's traded on Coinbase, which means it has liquidity, which means it's easy to get into, easy to get out of. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give you a bottom call in this just yet because the bottom's not in just yet. But I will suggest and show you where the next move is because I already can see it. $2.65. That's not the bottom. It's not the bottom. You can see where I have told you that I expect to be watching. This is not a bottom call either. But look how close we're getting. This was put on here, I believe, about 5 weeks ago. I made a call. I told you guys that I expected it to probably get down to about $2.50 about 5 weeks ago. When we were 5 weeks ago, let me refresh your memory. We were not in this neighborhood 5 weeks ago. All right. But I told you, expect it. And now here we are, knocking on the door of $2.43. Now, how do I feel about buying at $2.43? Feel pretty good, actually, but I still want to watch it because, again, we're looking for Bitcoin. We're going to look to Bitcoin. I'm going to continue to say this and say it. Now, if we were just to go from here to here, it's a 20% drop, guys. I've said this 6 or 7 times tonight in this live stream. 20% can happen just like that. That does not make it the bottom. 40%, however, puts you down here. 35% puts you at $2. So this is not a bottom call. Keep watching this thing. Now, you guys who've watched the live stream and understand what I've said to you guys for a while is Ocean is one of those when you buy at the bottom. We're going to look at Ocean next because I have a feeling there's probably some pretty cool stuff that's happened to Ocean here recently too. If everything else is diving, Ocean is too. So when you get down, you buy the very bottom of that. You have a easy guidepost to show you where all the levels are going up. There's one. So in other words, you can watch and pick your exits all the way up. And nor should you even be exiting because obviously you got a recent all-time high that is considerably higher than where we are right now. So if you can manage to kind of keep it buttoned up until we can get up into a recent all-time high of about $8.40 to $8.50, If we hit that and you feel like selling, then God bless you, do it, because your multiples are going to be ridiculous. However, I'm suggesting to you that just because we hit all-time high doesn't mean we won't blast past it, because when the blue sky opens up, this is going to get shattered, and we're going to go rocketing past this. So right now, again, I hope you guys are extremely pumped up by what I'm showing you right now, because it's about to get real, boys and girls, real. And I'm going to be able to put a lot of money in you guys' pocket and come back here and say, oh my God, I listened to this guy on YouTube. I stumbled across him. He was the only one that was telling everybody the market was going down when everybody else was like, oh, it's going to go to the... And I would listen to this guy, and he made sense, and he showed me, and he proved it. It wasn't opinion. It wasn't, hopium. It wasn't, he was just being straight with me. I listened to him, and he was right. And so I'm going to be right this time too. So when it comes time and it turns, I want every single one of my soldiers to be lined up, ready to pull the trigger. All right? I'm excited for you guys, because I'm about to change a whole lot of lives. A whole lot of lives. All right. So let's go ahead. So Neo blockchain. We haven't talked about Neo. Let's go ahead and talk about Neo. Neo's not a cheap coin. Getting cheaper though. Should you buy Neo? Well, there's a call. Hit that. We're coming in. I was kind of sketching. Where do I see this dropping? I already got it kind of. So Neo at $21. I like Neo at $21. I don't really honestly. I think Neo is kind of like the poor man's. I don't. That's probably a poor way to phrase it. Neo is the public access version of Ethereum, if I'm being kind of comparative, in the same way that Polkadot is, in the same way that Cardano is. It's kind of in that trifecta. So I like Neo. I was not a fan of Neo at $50-$60 because I was like, it's just too much. And so now that we're getting down here into the 20 to 22 range, I think that Neo would be a very wise investment when the true price comes in and starts to show at the bottom. I think that you need Neo anyway to be able to deal with Flamingo, just as Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear and Red Bear are the same person. Red Bear is on our Discord. So yeah, you need Neo to be on that, the Flamingo to be on that blockchain. So this definitely is something kind of like you need Ethereum to trade the shitcoin ERC20s. So if you're going to be buying Reef, also you need to have Ethereum. So, but again, as we get down here into the in the $21 range, you really might want to consider. We do have a target marker down here way lower than I believe we'll ever go. So ignore this. This is just one of my diamonds that throws in these ridiculous calls. But as the markers start to come down, start to reflect more sane prices, though, we're not looking at a very substantial drop to get down here. That's 37%. Doable, expected actually. So, all right. Now, NeoGas is the same thing. So, Solana. Solana is a solid project, but nothing's solid right now. There you go. There's the call that came in. I said, I questioned it at the time, and I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, I haven't gone back. I haven't looked at Solana for a very long time, but I did do the call, and we hit it. We bounced off it. We came up. Now, I believe I put this in I'm going to say probably about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't know where the market was going because I never know. I have to kind of play the hand that's dealt me. But you can very clearly see this is a case for bots. Does that look human to you? Look at it. This is exactly what I told you. Basically, they want Solana to come down. So they basically did a bot attack on this bad boy and just drove it straight into the dumper. Dropped it right on that thing. So the last time I was paying any attention to this, that was the call. And we hit it exactly. Not a little bit, exactly. And we bounced off that. And again, you'll notice that I did a call that was not on an AI line. I don't always necessarily do them on AI lines. The TA sometimes, ISIS redrew the lines, of course, but there was the call and that was the hit. So we went up, came down, rejiggled on that actually, and retested it a second time. Then the bots started attacking and dump she goes, and down, down, down. Now, is Solana good for you guys that invest? You hire dollar people. Is Solana a good, solid project? It is a damn good, solid project. But again, if everything else is dumping, should you be buying in right now? No. But here, I do want to show you this. See, here is a recent low right here, right on the AI line. You'll notice we go up, we come down, straight to the same thing. We have what is termed as confluence right there. So we have a match. So could that possibly be the bottom for Solana? Statically speaking, I would say probably yes. But if I'm looking through the context of a future crash, no. I would go further back in the line and I would say, okay, well, we got to this, so what's next? Well, what's next is this line right here, which puts you right here. Very, very easy. So if you guys want to buy Solana, you might want to at least possibly be open to the possibility that we're going to go to here, and we'll probably go even lower. So what's the distance from there? We always want to look at the, do what we do, it's called pull tape. So the drop there is 24%. Again, very possible to do inside of a day, day and a half. Yeah, Peter's holding Solana. He'll be fine. When this thing turns around, Solana definitely has the upside potential that's far in excess of what we're seeing right now. So everything was going to get its ass handed to it. I mean, Solana, I was frankly kind of surprised in the last two turndowns. This thing just kept walking this channel. I thought, man, this thing is like bulletproof. I mean, even I was surprised, but it kept walking. But I said, if it breaks out of this channel, we're going to see a drop, and it broke, and of course, obviously we did, and it dropped down to the AI line, came up, tested it again, and it just has not. So, nonetheless, it's doing what everything else is doing. It's going down. Should you buy it just yet? Not yet. Since it's in a downward spiral like everything else, wait for the bottom and buy more if you like it. So let's go ahead and talk about Reef. Now let's talk Ocean first, since we were already talking about Bancor. Ocean, oh man, this thing is going to yield crazy. Look at that, right into the green, right on the AI line. So there's the call, hit that, there's the call, hit that, then it capitulated, then it went in, fell down to the green. So we're looking damn fine, mighty damn fine on Ocean here, guys. So this is one of these cheap to get into coins that when she turns and starts going up, you'll be able to just track and trace your profits all the way to the top. You'll be able to see every single level, as I just showed you. When this thing, let me go. I always like to kind of use Ocean as my example of how fast you'll be able, when we come up off the bottom, how fast your money is going to start stockpiling. I like to show this to the guys that are kind of not sophisticated in understanding the mathematics of what you're looking at. So let's statically assume you do not own any cryptos. You want to grab a crypto, you decide, I like this Ocean thing this guy's talking about. So I'm going to buy Ocean. I'm going to buy Ocean, and not today. Don't do it today because we got more to go. But let's assume that this is the bottom for the sake of this discussion. So if we bought right here on this AI line, right here at the bottom, and it started to come up, and it came up to the most recent, what we call confluence, the most recent resistance, and we came up to that line, we have already made 26% return on our money. And will it bounce back and come up here? Yes, because we have a lot of confluence right there. We have a lot support and resistance right there. Most assuredly, it will come up and it will reject off of this AI line. 26.20, basically 27%. 26 depends upon where you set it. Let's just call it 26.5%. So you would make 26.5%. But is that done at that point? Oh no. So let me show you this. So I'm going to have to compress this screen way down. I'm going to drag this over here get over here where the real money's at. No, I can show you. So if we're going, I have to compress this way. This chart's starting to get kind of crazy here. All right. Let's take her way over here. You can see, I mean, look at this. We've had some just outrageous growth. Okay, so now this is not going to make a lot of sense because the screen is so completely compressed. What we're looking for here in this illustration is these flat spots, which are basically, there's one right there, there's one right there, there's one right there, kind of one right there, definitely one right there, and then all-time high. All right, so these are stop-off levels on the road back up. All right, so if we were to buy on this green, which we'll just ballpark right in the middle of the green there. So let's say we made a buy right down here. And we go up to the first stop, 112. The first stop is 26. This stop is 112% return. This one, 180% return. This one, 217% return. This one, 275% return. All-time high, 355% return. That's a 3.5x. That's a 3.5 bagger, boys and girls, for something you don't even have to understand what it is. Easy to do. Now, will Ocean stop at that? No. Could you possibly get a 500% return on your money? Yes, given time, I believe you could. 600%, yes. 700%, absolutely. 800, 900, 10x, yes. Ocean's a solid project. It's going to have its time. Will it get washed out with the great crypto washout? I don't think so. Just my opinion, of course, but it is conceivable. Not to overly sell my point here. But it is possible to get a 10x on Ocean passively by just buying in at the bottom-ish where we're heading, and just leave it alone till you get 10x, which could possibly happen inside of a year to a year and a half. 2 years tops, my personal opinion, by what I'm seeing here off screen. You could possibly in 2 years or less see a 10 times return on your money, meaning every dollar you put in, you get $10 back, to be simplistic about it. Not a bad proposition. Not a bad proposition at all. So Reef, even better. Reef is the one that is the powerhouse. This is the fan favorite. This is the one that we've been watching and waiting. I've told you, when it gets into this area, expect it to strike the bottom of the yellow box. This is called a ping. This is the I told you so. This is our kind of our inside joke that's been around since day one. A ping means perfect hit. All right. So where are we going from here? Oh, we're going lower, guys. To that. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I've got marked because I'm not gonna give that away for free on live stream. But that's where I see this going. So I'll leave it at that. Is it possible to happen? Well, do you think it's possible we could drop 27% given what I just told you on this live stream? Do you think it's possible we could drop 35% to the bottom of that given what I just told you on this live stream? Absolutely, boys and girls, absolutely. Now, bear in mind, you're talking about a penny at this price for something that's going to go to $3.36 as we have it predicted. That is the most outrageous thing I guarantee you, within the sound of my voice, not a single damn man, woman, or child has ever turned that kind of rate of return on anything they've ever done. So I'm speaking to all my third world investors. I'm speaking to all my little guys that I champion and I support, and I want to see you change your lives. You guys in the Philippines, love you very much. Love you very much. You guys that are in South Africa, you guys that are in Kenya, you guys that are in Colombia, you guys that are in Hong Kong, you guys that are in Beirut, Pakistan, Israel, all the places that we have, South Africa, North Africa, East Africa, parts in between, all those subscribers, all the people that are those. This is the one that is going to change your life. Screw Bitcoin. This is the one that is going to take you and rise you out of poverty. It's going to change your life, guys. All right. So, Populous. We're watching Populous. Now, we discussed Populous. Oh, she's looking good. Looking good. So now, what did I tell you? What did I tell you was going to happen with this on last live stream? I said, I expect when Populous gets to the bottom of the red box, and we are now at the halfway point, we are flirting with exactly the tippy top of where I said I would endorse anyone wanting to jump in on this. I wouldn't have a problem if somebody told me they were about to buy Populous. Now, again, let's make sure that we understand that the rest of the market's still got more to go. So this is not to indicate that we couldn't possibly revise this down. However, I'm telling you, go back and do the research on this, and somebody can probably post if they know off the top of their head at what the all-time high is for this coin. We are nowhere near this right now. Okay, we are nowhere near the all-time high. At a buck 15, even if we bought it right now and just waited out for the all-time high to come back around, or even half the all-time high, the rate of return would be it would be rather impressive. Bitcoin, who? What I mean? Ethereum, what? I wouldn't even be messing with those bigger coins because you got stuff like Populous that is going to turn around and going to put so much more money in your pocket. But if we want to go, if we just want to pull that same standard percentage down, and just go down conservatively, just go down 40%. That puts you at 85 cents, 85.5 cents. So can we get there? Yeah, I think we probably can. So $56. Yeah, $56 for. So if you bought, well, let's just say it. If you bought Populous at 85 cents, if it goes down to like 85 cents, and it goes back up to the $50 range, woohoo, woohoo. Yeah, January 21st. Wasn't that long ago? Yeah, and the less time it's been since that all-time high does factor into stuff. All right, so let's take a look at Tron. I always like to kind of look at Tron just because I just have a morbid fascination with this coin. Love it. There was the call. We discussed endlessly that my belief that we were going to see a Tron 6 cents and below. Endlessly. I told you. And there it is. 6 cents and below, just like I told you. So I had the little catch hoop there already marked out for you. I told you this is what I believe it'll do, and we came and we jiggled right off of it, and then we capitulated through. So are we done with the ride? Nope, because we have another marker already waiting for us down here. But there we are. Asked and answered, called and hit, just like that. So love it when a plan comes together. So now where are we going to go from here? We're going right. Let's get that little adjustment made there. So we're going right down here at 4.4. Yeah, let's just call it 0.042 Tron. Should you own Tron? I can't make a statement where I would say Tron is good for XYZ right now. My belief with Tron is don't go heavy, don't go hard. My belief is there's something brewing for Tron. My gut feeling tells me that this is a coin that's been around forever. Why in God's green earth are we looking at a 4 cent or a 5 cent, 4 cent Tron when this thing is as old and established and known and traded as it is? The day is going to come, boys and girls, where something is going to happen with Tron, where it's going to get adapted and rolled into somebody's ecosystem, and all of a sudden you're going to go, well, I didn't think that was going to happen. Well, I did. This thing has got, it's, I don't really know what to compare it to. I'd love to have a neat little quip ready for this, but the truth of the matter is, it's kind of like spam. Nobody likes it, but everybody knows what it is. Hopefully Tron tastes better. I lived in Asia. I can tell you I'm not an endorser of spam. But, nonetheless, you get my point. It's got name brand recognition. It's been out there. It's got track record. It's not going anywhere, sadly. But there's going to come a time when it's going to make sense and it's going to get adopted and it's going to get rolled into something. And then when it happens, you're sitting here going, damn, I should have bought some of that when it was 3, 4, 5 cents. You know what I'm saying? So having a little bit of it may not be a stupid thing because you might look up and see this thing went 10 to 15x. Yeah, Justin's not exactly the straightest dealer. I grant you that, but neither is the guy who started. Neither is the guy that started Litecoin. And look at Litecoin. So since when has credibility ever had a goddamn thing to do with crypto? I'm speaking to you, Elon Musk. All right. So anyway, speaking of Elon Musk and I will do Vet and Zill here. I'm going to kind of follow up with that here a little bit. Let's get on down to the dog coins. So here we go, guys. All right. So you guys that are new on live stream here, take a little break here. So if you guys like the charts, if you're loving this, you've never seen anything quite like this, you're just blown away, and you should be by all these calls. Is like I thought that crypto was a random thing. No. It's a scientific thing, and you have to be able to understand it and decode it and understand it and use it and be able to understand what you're looking at and capitalize on that. And that's what this grid is. And these are built into all the chart subscriptions at FibbyCharts.com. So if you guys would like to get what we call the unfair advantage, and you're sick and tired of losing money on stupid trades, getting sucked into YouTube FOMO, and getting drugged down with everybody else, and you're watching your big fortune turn into a little fortune, and you're begging and you're thinking, oh my God, please send me somebody that can make sense of this, and so I can start winning. Well, our team is winning. Our guys are winning. They're properly positioned. They're not worried. They're sleeping better than they've ever slept because they know they got something they can trust. Ain't that right, guys? So if you guys would like to be a subscriber to the charts, you just simply go to FibbyCharts.com, go to subscription at the upper left-hand corner, pick out a subscription package, jump on in. We'll let you into the unfairadvantage.chat for free. And of course, obviously, just because you're over there, we want to give you a chance to win 5,000 VChain, which we're going to be drawing here at the first of next month. So absolutely be here or lose out an opportunity to be a winner on that. So all you got to do is just join us at the unfairadvantage.chat. Every member that's in there has an equal chance to win 5,000 VChain that we're going to be drawing on the 1st of July, 2021. So love to have you be a part of our projects and stuff. All right. So anyway, as far as the Doge goes. Time to talk about the legend of Crypto Rich. So Crypto Rich is one of our investors that came along, going close to about 4 or 5 months ago. Came in with $150,000. Has traded this stupid coin over and over and over. 17 successful penniless losses on this. He has turned $150,000 into over $10 million doing nothing but trading Doge using the chart that you're seeing on your screen right now, using the simple TA that I give, the simple, and I don't want to use the word advice, but my opinions, just using nothing more than what you see. He turned it into 10.125 million or something like that. And he is now in Doge again with several other investors for $10 million. He's thrown down the biggest bet of his life, and he's in Doge right now, right at the buy zone, right what you see right here. I told him, because he's a dinosaur now. He's a whale. He's a Doge whale. He's a dog whale. He's a dog whale. And so, yes, we can go lower on Doge. However, he's got some life issues. He doesn't have time to babysit this. And, how much goddamn money do you need anyway? So we had a discussion yesterday. I said, I was telling you guys that I was being conservative. I said buy zone because some of you guys just wanted to make sure you got in. I said, now, I have no problem saying that we're going to hit orange. Well, we hit it. We jiggled off, and we went. And I told you candidly, very likely we'll go lower. But if you guys you guys push me to give you answers. So I'm going to give you answers. You may not like them, but I'll give them to you. I told you that it's possible bottom. And I always try to be very honest with you guys. And I'm not suggesting it's the bottom. I said it's possible. But again, we got a dump. And so I said, Rich and some of his diamond buddies that are in our group are going to be buying into the yellow box. And I alluded to the fact that once it happens, I will tell you where they bought. They bought right here. And I had I really want to be able to tell you guys, but obviously they pay for the privilege of being able to do that, so I don't want to screw the people over that sell the subscriptions. So they bought in, they're in. So now you know. They're in at 16.5, basically, 0.165. Now, will it go lower? Assuredly. I do believe it'll go lower. I probably am not going to be too doubtful. Let's just go ahead and pull tape on it. I'll tell you where we're at right now. So probably the bottom of the yellow box or around. There's 36% right there. There's 42%. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm just kind of throwing an average out here. I'm just making shit up. 14.5 cents. We could come down to 14.5 cents to possibly even down to 13. But I would not be surprised to see us probably come down into this zone one more time. Now, could that be the bottom? I don't know. What's Bitcoin doing? It's always going to get down to that. Now, MJR, I'm showing the Doge chart right now. So anyway, is that the bottom of it? Well, at this point in time, I'm suggesting to you that you can't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got too many screens. There you go. I apologize, guys. I have too many things that are open at one time. All right, so there's the Doge chart. Let me back up track. I apologize about that. I get too many screens going on here at one time. So again, I said that the orange box is where the possibility is, and so obviously we hit that, we waterfall through. So there's the buy that Rich and the gang got in on right here at 0.16391 is exactly, but they bought it at 0.165, I think. So there you go. So now what we're looking at is a potential to go lower. So again, like I was saying, we probably will go lower. But he's a dinosaur. He's a Doge whale. So he doesn't have time to be trying to watch the bottom. He's got to get in. He really, truthfully, if I'm being candid, he has to get in before everybody else. Because if he starts buying at his level with everybody else, I would like to think that it's kind of funny that he's probably what pumped this up, but I know that's not true because the whole rest of the market did this exact same move. So Bitcoin did this and everything else did that too. So, but nonetheless, I do expect it to go lower. However, I think we are now in the zone where it's time to start considering, if you guys are Doge fanatics and stuff like that and want to get in. I'm at a comfortable level where I think to the low side of that yellow box probably would be your best opportunity. Now, when this turns and burns and goes higher, I'm still calling $1.25, just like I am with T-Fuel. So currently Doge is less than T-Fuel, so that makes Doge the better buy. Never thought I'd say that in a sentence, but the truth of the matter is the percentages, or the percent gain possibility, is Doge has got the winning hand on that. So, all right. So as long as we're on the dog coins, let's go ahead and jump over to the other one. Now I'm not. This one, I told you. Here it is. Another call. Perfect. I told you we're gonna be dropping yay far into the box. There it is, right there, exactly to the pixel. And that was a drop called of 24-25%. So we came straight down, smack right off that AI line, just like I predicted, and up we come to that AI line right there. Now, where are we going from here? Same as what we're doing everything else. Basically, we're kind of this is a good one to kind of explain something. What we're forming here, and I'm speaking market wide because they're all forming this formation. We're forming something called a broadening descending wedge, which is basically a downward facing trumpet. Now, classically speaking, one could say, all right, well that's a bearish or that's a bullish formation. You come out of that, you go up. You do go up. And you're right, you do, classically speaking. But we live in manipulationville, so put that aside, kids, because that only works in fairy tales and bedtime stories. It doesn't work in the real world. What is highly likely to happen is we will take another move down. We will go further down and just broaden the size of this trumpet, or broaden the size of this descending wedge. Let's go ahead and so you guys, my charting students, going to show you how a tool is used. So the guys that join the crypto, I don't want to call it Crypto Academy. The guys that join the crypto trade school, that's part of FibbyCharts.com. I teach classes over there once in a while, and we talked about the triangle tool, and this is how you use the triangle tool. This is how you get vindication or verification of your theories. So what you would do is you basically take the point, you find the lowest point, you find the highest point, and there you go. So now you've got the basis of something. So that just because we're not striking at all points doesn't mean we won't. We might have gone to the halfway point. So we could reject here, come considerably down, probably all the way down here, maybe into oh Lord, that's a really low number. But we could come down that far. Now let's verify that by pulling tape. If we come all the way down here, that's a 26% drop. I've said it enough times tonight. We can do 26%, no problem. Now, what's the price on that? It's micro fractions of a penny. So let me show you exactly what that is. It's crazy, actually. It's that. Yeah, Sheepa's death. That's the way I see it, guys. I'm not a fan. I mean, trash talking Doge was kind of like a blood sport for me for a while. I kind of love doing it, but then along comes Shiba and shows me it's not the worst thing you could possibly own. Like all of a sudden I'm like, well, it's kind of not looking so much like a Yugo. It's looking more like a Cadillac now. So, but seriously, Doge is. And I can't believe I'm even saying this out loud or in mixed company, but Doge has gained a level of I use this word lightly, credibility with it's on Coinbase. I mean, let's just put it, it's gained a level of accessibility. There's the word I probably want to use. It's gained a level of accessibility that's going to give it credibility, for better for worse. I mean, shit. I mean, really, when you think about it, you think about it. I mean, Bitcoin. Somebody please explain to me who made this damn thing and why the whole world is obsessed with it without knowing the manufacturer of it or the creator of it. I mean, really, when you think about that, isn't that the most asinine thing you ever heard? Oh, the story, and how many public stories do you hear about things that go on in the world, that is an outright lie, and then along comes this money at just the right time with a dubious trace and track the owner, and all of a sudden banks are like, yeah, we're going to carry that. Sure, name a banker that would ever pull that off, would ever allow what you found that. So that's basically like saying, so you found this on the street and you want me to start trading it. Basically, that's effectively what you're saying is, yeah, we just found this floating around the internet, thought it was kind of cool. Mr. Banker, you wouldn't mind carrying this, would you? Oh sure, bring it on in. That's really what Bitcoin is. And it's just the world just makes no sense anymore. So you look at that narrative and you're like, oh yeah, Doge, sure, come on, let's do it. So It's the truth of the matter. I mean, crypto does not make any goddamn sense. When you think about the way that money and things work in this world, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. No one's got any credibility yet. These projects are just absolutely taking off. So really, what you're just trying to do is you're just trying to beat the hangman's noose or the drop of the axe. And so Doge. At least we know the story of the guy that created Doge, and he did it as a joke. I mean, that's almost got credibility up against the Bitcoin story, don't you think? So then along comes Shiba, and you're like, okay, well, they say, and I've said, they say they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They got all these projects, and like I said, everybody that starts a business is full of gonna do. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. I mean, how many businesses fail every single year? 90% or something like that. 93% of businesses fail. So, crypto is a business. And so I'm looking at it. I'm just like, we don't need it. What does it do? And the thing is, I don't look at the project first. I look at the backers. And when I looked at Doge early on. When I looked at Doge, I looked at all the people talking skateboard. I call them skateboard kids, and just people that they don't have any financial acumen. I thought, well, there's a coin that's going nowhere. But then I started to watch it, and I had guys that were asking me, hey, you do actually Crypto Rich is the reason why I listed Doge. And he's like, well, a lot of people are talking about this. I'm like, listen, I'll do it. I'm just not supporting it. And I listed it, started charting it and stuff, and he traded it again and again and again. He started to make money. And actually, Rich knows more about Doge than I do now. I mean, he's pretty much the Doge master at this point in time. He's a Doge Jedi, for God's sake. And so he knows, the birthday of the guy that invented it. I'm not joking. He really does. And so he knows all kinds of stuff about that. And so now you're hearing these stories about how they're going to start having ATMs that you can get Doge. You're going to start accepting it in different places. It's starting to just get this weird meme effect where it's just used all over the place. You're like, okay, so now we got to start asking ourselves, is this thing going to go away? Well, highly unlikely, because now it's adopted. I mean, for better, for worse, for whatever the friggin' hell it is, it's adopted. It doesn't matter. At this point in time, it does not matter. And so now we're like, okay, fine, we'll just go ahead and do it. So, but anyway, I traded. So Shiba's not. It's not. And it's look at that price, 0.000. I mean, just it's a whole basket full of zeros before you even get to the first real whole number. And so is that going to change the world? I seriously doubt it. And then I start to go back and I look at the people that are pimping and pumping it. It's all the bottom feeders. And I don't mean to berate you guys that buy this stuff, but you are amongst what I would refer to as bottom feeders. None of these folks are serious traders, really, by and large. What they are is they're people just trying to buy the next lottery ticket. And that's not a method for financial acumen or not a method for financial growth. It's just a method of hope. And I don't invest on hope, and I hope none of you guys do either. I use statistics, I use odds, I use science, I use my 30-some years of financial understanding and business and large understanding, and I apply all those things, and if I feel good at the end of the day, then I pull the trigger. And so I do not apply any of that stuff to Shiba and feel good. And so again, back to the narrative on that, I don't think that it's going to last 6 months before things start to get really ugly. Now, are we going to see a pump after this cycle is done? Yes. But will it sustain? My thoughts and beliefs right now are no. So you got one chance to make money. The question I want to ask you and pose to you, so you don't just take that as, okay, so I can still make money one time. Yes, you can. But there's other coins that if you are wrong about your call, you're not going to be ashamed to say that you missed the train because you're still holding a coin that eventually will turn around. Okay, this one may not. This one might go up, pump up, and drop down, and that's the end of story. All right, so let's go back and cycle back here. So let's go back up top here and just kind of look and see how things are panning out here, and we'll get into a few things here real quick, and then we'll call her good, and hopefully we'll be able to sleep tonight. I personally am going to be up till about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because I've been waking up at about 3 p.m. I mean, there's no point to sleep during the day when I'm in America. All the fun stuff happens in the middle of the night. I don't want to miss it. So anyway, hang on just a second here. Let me open up Bitcoin. Let's cycle back again, kind of check our math here and see what's going on. So we're cycling up here. So really what we're at right now with Bitcoin, let's just look at Bitcoin and pretty much assume that what I tell you on Bitcoin is going to hold true for the rest of the market. So what we're in is we're in a bear flag. This is a very classic bear flag move, tiny one, albeit, right there. All right. So now where we should be able to go from there is we should probably go to right here. All right. So doesn't change the narrative because we're still inside the channel. So we got to look at the short term and we got to look at the long term, or the micro picture and the macro picture, so to speak. And the macro picture is we are still inside the channel. Now, where we get our resistance at is we get it at the halfway point of the channel right here. So if we bust through this, then we can be a believer that we'll go ahead and do this. If we reject off of this, which you never know, we'll wander along this and then we'll continue on down. So for right now, if this thing pumps up, don't get excited because that doesn't mean a damn thing. It's just going to go to a micro move. But all things said and done here, we are going to remain inside of the channel on this next move. Certainly a max of no more than that. If we get something where we're kind of peak outside of it a little bit, which I don't think we will, don't ever take 3-candle approach. If we go outside of a channel, I want to see 3 solid closed candles outside before I start thinking it's a true breakout. I've taught this to several people in the group, and I've taught this to one of my moderators, and he lives and breathes by it. He's like, I didn't realize that was a thing, and it works. It really does work. So anyway, as far as this goes, this is the broader narratives. We got to pierce this half, got to get up, got to basically reject off of that, and then we'll probably, play around a little bit more and kind of come on down there. All right, take one more look at XRP here. And again, you're seeing the exact same thing. If we were to pull a channel on it, we'd have the exact. There's your little, and I can tell you exactly where this is going to play off because we already have a channel on this. So there's your flag right there, and there's your height. We're probably going to bang off it right there. Same deal. You can see this all the way through the market. So that's pretty much it. No reason to run through the entire thing because pretty much all of them are going to be sharing the same formation. So that's pretty much the general narrative where we're at here. Hopefully you guys will be able to sleep now that you heard the sound of my voice a little bit. We're still on our way. Like I said, get yourself a paper bag. Just sit down, breathe in the bag for a while. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All this stuff is got to come to pass. We got to get to the bottom before we can. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. But we're not there yet. Okay. So anyway. That's going to do it for tonight. So if you guys want to subscribe to the charts, obviously we'll go ahead and close up shop tonight. Please join us at FibbyCharts.com. And of course, we'd love to have you be a part of our operation over there at theunfairadvantage.chat. Free to join. Get yourself a chance to win 5,000 VChain at the first of next month. We're going to be doing a live stream broadcast. And we're going to pick a winner from amongst the people that are on our stream, or on not only on our stream but on our Discord. We'd love to have you be a part of that. And of course, obviously, do me a favor and like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment. Let us know that you enjoy the stuff that I do. And so until, let's say, tomorrow, I'm going to do a double broadcast tomorrow. I'm going to have Red Bear on. We're going to do our tech chat a little earlier in the day. And of course, obviously, we're going to have to stay on top of this market. So I'm going to do a standard market thing that we just did tonight. I'm going to do again tomorrow and every night until we get this damn thing turned around. So until then, my name is Red Baron. Thank you very much for joining us. Until tomorrow, be safe, be good, and be good at it. Peace and hair grease, baby.